Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. We welcome you as we observe the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration and the USA. We do it a little early. The Rays will be on the road for the 4th of July. Tonight, game 2 of this series between the Rays and the Diamondbacks. Hi again, everyone. With Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats. Good to have you aboard. We'll be joined by Kendra Douglas as the evening progresses. Well, a 6-1 victory for the Rays, and I'll tell you, the big three coming through for the Rays lineup.
They continue to lead the way. They've done it all season long. It's pretty amazing what these guys, the seasons they're putting together. Let's start with Yandy Diaz and what he has been doing. He has been red hot for the last month and a half, but let's hone in on the last 10 games. 17 out of 35. That is a .486 average, and that has propelled him to a .334 average, which leads the American League. He just continues to hit the ball where it's pitched, extra base hits, power production. Jonathan Aranda on the other side, he's got 9-game hitting streak, a .400 average. 4 of the 9 games have been multi-hit games, and how about this? Continues to use the whole field. He's hitting the ball up the middle the other way 73% of the time, by far the highest rate of his career. And Junior Caminero, all he's doing is hitting home runs. Last 4 games, he has 7 hits. You can read right there. 5 of them have left the yard. That now gives him 20 on the season, tied for 4th in the American League. And he's another guy that needs your vote. He's a finalist as a third baseman for the All-Star game starting on Monday. Get out there and vote, Junior. He certainly is very deserving over the last 4 games, huh, Dwayne?
6 runs in the game, 5 driven in by the trio of Diaz, Aranda, and Caminero. Cole Sulser will get the nod as the opener tonight, the right-hander, and he will be opposed by Jose Cabrera, making his 2nd Major League start. Rays TV is brought to you by Orlando Health. We make it personal. By Rooms to Go. The July 4th sale is going on now at Rooms to Go. Shop and save store-wide. And by Suncoast Credit Union. Score fee-free checking with more perks to save big. Open your account at suncoast.com. Old Glory as we celebrate number 250. We do it a little early. Better late than never, better early than even on time. And we are celebrating birthday 250 here tonight. Right now, let's go to the field and Kendra Douglas.
Well, Dwayne, how good was it to see Cedric Mullins come through with his 7th home run of the season, helping this Rays squad not just offensively, but defensively as well, coming up big for them in Friday night's win. And this is a guy that is of course, a veteran who understands that there's going to be some ups and downs over a course of a season. When I spoke with him after the game, he said when things aren't going well, he leans on the lessons he's learned throughout his career. He's constantly asking himself, is the work I'm putting in effective? Is the quality of my work there? Rather than letting results dictate his confidence. And that approach has not gone unnoticed. Chandler Simpson told me he looks at Mullins like a big brother, someone he can go to with questions about the game and how to handle those ups and downs of a long season. So while Mullins' home run helped the Rays on the scoreboard, his leadership may be having just as a big impact as well in this clubhouse, guys.
Well, Kendra, the qualities you mentioned there are important to any team, and Mullins certainly fills that bill. Let's take a quick look at the starting lineup, brought to you by Orlando Health. Fidel Marte leads off for Arizona. Geraldo Perdomo hits 2nd. Corbin Carroll in the 3rd spot. Moreno, Del Castillo, Arenado, Kepler. Lou James Groover is in there in the 8th spot, and Troy will bat 9th.
Well, for the Rays, it's going to be a bullpen day, and getting the first crack is going to be Cole Sulser. 29th game this season, ERA of 5.40, the whip of 1.55, has thrown the ball very well his last couple of times out. And really, Dwayne, I don't think that we can offer anybody anything as far as today goes, except that Cole is the guy that's going to start this, and then Kevin Cash is going to play matchups throughout this ball game and see if the Rays can come away with the right ones, come away with another win. And this is how Cole Sulser gets it done. The four-seam fastball 45% of the time, and then that changeup, they do the heavy lifting. The fastball fastball, averaging 92, but that combination of fastball changeup has been primo for Cole his last couple of outings. Let's take a look at that Rays defense and see how it's going to line up behind him. In that outfield left to right, we've got Chandler Simpson, Cedric Mullins, and Victor Mesa Jr. Across the infield, third to first, Junior Caminero, Taylor Walls, Richie Palacios, and Jonathan Aranda, with Hunter Fiducia getting the call behind the plate.
So the 36-year-old right-hander all set to go to work. Ketel Marte stepping in, and we are seconds away from the first pitch of this game tonight. And here it is from the Rays right-hander, and that is ball one, says Bill Miller. Miller, the crew chief, and working the plate tonight. A little bit inside, and you could hear Miller bark that out.
Good microphones.
Yeah, that's
really
great.
Good microphones.
Some of the sounds of the game right there. Lifted down the left side. That's going to be a foul ball. Simpson over there, but it's going to be out of reach. Well, a big hop there and up into the stands. 2-1. Good lateral movement by that fan, by the way.
Came ready.
That's ball three. Well, Marte 0 for 4 last night. Out of the leadoff spot. There's Perdomo on deck. Lifted into right. Mesa Jr. a step or two on the track. That ball almost never came down. Kept carrying and had plenty of height to it. And Mesa Jr. just outweighted it.
I can't believe that ball got that deep. I really can't. Off the bat, as high as he hit it,
Yep.
I thought that was going to be just a medium, very high fly ball. And all of a sudden, Victor Mesa Jr. is back there on the warning track.
There's Perdomo. And a big cut and a miss as he swings out from beneath his Scully. One strike. Veteran infielder. Starts to go. Rays want an appeal on that to third. Chad Fairchild says nope. He held up. Put it in. 2 balls and a strike. Perdomo drove in 100 runs last year. 20 home runs. Ooh, look out, fellas. Right over the top railing and a couple heads ducking there into and out of the Rays dugout.
Oh, there you go. I mean, some round numbers. 290, 20, 100.
It's kind of tidy.
It is.
2-2. Uh-oh. High fly ball, deep right center. Mesa Jr. is going to go to the wall. It's going to be off the wall. Extra bases coming, and a stand-up double. Perdomo's 11th double of the year. And we weren't certain about that fly ball.
No, you know what? My depth perception's a little off today. I thought that the fly ball that took Victor Mesa Jr. to the warning track was never going to get that far. I thought this ball off the bat of Perdomo might get out of here. He hit a home run in yesterday's ball game, and certainly that was close. But it gives the Diamondbacks the first opportunity here with that runner out there in scoring position.
And Corbin Carroll hitting .282 for the year, but over 300 with men in scoring position, 305. And he's after that four-seamer up and missed it. Strike one. That's a liner into right. Base hit. And Perdomo's going to try to score. Got a chance to get him. He is safe the call. He got around the tag of Fiducia.
The throw was there in plenty of time. Fiducia had to go get it over by the first base line, but he had time to go back, try to position himself to be able to make the tag. But you're right, Dwayne. The slide of Perdomo. He came in, took the left arm away, and the old... Watch this right here. Watch that right arm come swimming in. He's got him, he's got him, he's got him. He gets wide and sneaks that right hand in the back of that plate.
Well, that's some maneuvering by Perdomo to get in there. And Carroll picks up a run batted in to make it a 1-0 ball game on back-to-back hits. The double, now the RBI single. And a start and stop off of first by Carroll, who can run. Moreno takes a strike. Over to first. Again, Carroll.
I mean, that's such a tough spot to be in if you're Fiducia. Where he had to go get the baseball, you almost want to just dive into Perdomo to make the tag.
Runner takes off, throw down, a beautiful throw, right on the money.
Can't do it any better.
Carroll is caught stealing. Boy, you're right.
Yeah.
Can't make a better throw than that. And Palacio slapped the tag on it.
Well, he's coming up out of his stance already with the high fastball, and it's right there. I mean, if it's anywhere that it has to be reached, the ball is caught and the tag is applied at the same time. Absolute perfection.
Well, a strike to the hitter, and out number 2 on the caught stealing. Carroll caught for only the 2nd time this year. Fouled. Moreno stays alive. So the base is empty with a run home. Into the dirt. Ball 2 strikes. Rays have action in the bullpen up the right field side. There's Casey Legumina, the right-hander.
All hands on deck.
And a foul ball back. And when Kevin Cash says it's a bullpen, exactly that. Everybody on call.
You always wonder, who's going to get the bulk innings when the Rays use an opener. But yeah, when they call it a bullpen day, then you're going to see a lot of bodies running in and out for the Rays.
Ground ball third. Nice backhand. Caminero with the throw on the money. Moreno out. Arizona settles for 1 run. Yandy Diaz leads off when we come back, followed by Jonathan Aranda.
Michelin, motion for life.
Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. We go to the bottom of the 1st inning. Rays saw Arizona pick up a run, and here is the hometown lineup. Yandy Diaz, followed by Jonathan Aranda, Junior Caminero, Victor Mesa Jr. in the cleanup spot, Simpson, Mullins, Walls, Palacios, and Fiducia to complete the lineup tonight. Jose Cabrera is on the hill. 24-year-old right-hander in the first pitch taken by Yandy. Strike 1.
Well, he made his major league debut 6 days ago. Jose Cabrera, 5 innings, shutout baseball, didn't walk anybody, 3 strikeouts.
Ground ball over the mound, headed to short. Perdomo makes the pickup and throw, and Yandy retired.
He actually started the season in Amarillo, AA.
Yep.
At 9 starts there. Went up to Reno for 3, and then gets the call to the big leagues.
Yeah, Amarillo and Reno have reputations of being pretty hitter-friendly.
Yeah, anything out west.
Yep.
Pacific Coast League, Texas, it gets warm, that ball flies.
Jonathan Aranda. Pitch is upstairs. So he had that 349 earned run average there. So that stacks up pretty well, given his home ballparks there. That ball cut in under the swing. 1-1. Ronda starts the night with a 9-game hitting streak. That average starting to push 290, 288 right now. And he is behind in the count, 1-2. Close. 2-2. And it goes from 1-2 to 3-2. Breaking pitch missed. On deck, Junior Caminero. Into center field. Troy in line, and he makes the catch for the second out. So the bases shall be empty here. 2 gone for Junior Caminero.
Well, the tear that he has been on, we talked about it coming in his last 4 games. He has 7 hits, and 5 of those 7 are home runs. He's gotten to 20 on the season right there. That's good enough for tied for 4th in the American League.
And the pitch is the ball inside, and when he gets hot, he really gets hot. It's a popper foul, going to reach the stands. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh, and he's got his batting average up to 285 on the season. You know, so he's hitting for average and obviously power. 45 homers a season ago.
Got 5 home runs in 4 games now. Of course, if you hit 3 in 1 game, it gives you a pretty good running start.
It does. It does. What was interesting, though, in the 36 previous games before he hit this 4-game span, he only had 4 home runs in those 36 games.
High shot back into deep left. Kepler's going to go to the corner, and that ball is gone. Home run, Caminero. What a streak he is on. And the game is tied 1-1. How about Junior Caminero? He's hot.
Next level.
Victor Mason Jr.
And he's not afraid to tuck him right down the line here as of late. There it is. They're trying to come in. You know, that's something, as he's watching that ball get out of here, when Doug was talking to him and they were talking hitting, where he moved off the plate just a little bit, recognizing that these pitchers continue to try to pitch him in to keep him from getting his arms extended. And so you move back a little bit, you give yourself a little bit more clearance, and now those pitches in there that are missing just by a little bit, he is able to yank them right down the line. And again, he's on this crazy streak of homers. 6 now in his last 5+ games.
Here's what you're talking about.
Yeah, you could see right here how he has backed up just a little bit to give himself a little bit more room, knowing that these guys want to keep coming in. And I mean, that pitch it's inner third, close to that inside corner, and still to Junior, the way that he was able to get those hips rotated down the line and the barrel through the zone, that ball was almost middle to him.
So now 2-2 to Mason Jr. There's a shot into right field. Carroll on the move. That's going to be over his head. Off the 382 marker. Extra bases. It's a stand-up double for Victor Mesa Jr. Well, in limited at-bats, he had hit 3 home runs, and now he has a double to go with those 3 round trippers.
Boy, that got the middle of the plate down, and Victor Mesa Jr. able to really lengthen that swing, get his arms extended, and absolutely rips that ball out there. Junior Caminero, yeah, keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
You cheer him, he cheers you. And now Chandler Simpson. It's a strike. Well, the Rays have tied it. They threaten to grab the lead. Around the feet, 1-1. You know, B.A., when you see Mesa Jr. and he gets a number of at-bats and puts a charge into one like he just did, I mean, you can understand why people will open their eyes about his potential.
Yeah, I completely agree, and that's not even talking about what he does out in the field, too.
Ground ball down to first. Gruber takes care of that unassisted. Rays have a run on the home run, number 21, for Junior Caminero. We are tied 1-1. For every hit this season, Suncoast Credit Union donates $79 to local nonprofits. Visit suncoast.com/raise for more info. Adrian Del Castillo swings and misses to begin the 2nd inning.
Casey Legumina sit back down. Cole Sulser go out there for inning number 2.
Yep. All even. 1-1 game. Now it's 1-1. Sulser made 18 pitches in that 1st inning, gave up a couple hits in that run. He's ahead of Del Castillo, 1-2. Lifted to the left side and coming in to make the catch, Simpson. Caminero out there. Wall started out, but coming in the better vantage point, and Chandler Simpson handled that. Nolan Arenado starts the night at 2:39. Strike.
Tell you what, Nolan Arenado's got some busy feet in that batter's box. You watch him just kind of moving around, tapping around.
In the right field, Mesa Jr. lines up and makes the catch.
You know, most guys get set, and they're kind of stagnant, very statue-like as they get ready to load, and he's just, I mean, tapping and moving, not just in place.
It's a timing thing.
I mean, and watch that back foot ends up going back behind the line. That's a lot of early movement there by Arenado, but who can argue with his results over his career?
Yeah, you're right about that. Here's Kepler taking a strike. Well, you're right. He's been one of the great run producers, Arenado. You know, he had a number of 100+ RBI seasons with both the Rockies and the Cardinals.
He led the National League 2 different times, or was it 3 different times in home runs? I think 3 times in home runs, and he led all of Major League Baseball twice in the runs driven in.
Yep, and there's a quick inning. Kepler out on 3 pitches. 1, 2, 3, they go. Cedric Mullins leads off when we return. Hey, Rays fans, get ready for Curds in the 3rd. If the Rays score a run in the 3rd inning, you score free Wisconsin cheese curds. Cedric Mullins leads off, and that pitch a little high, but the ball is going to be challenged See, oh,
Arizona has 2 challenges remaining.
caught a little part of that zone up there. ABS powered by T-Mobile. There's a swing and miss, 0-2. Mullins waiting. Pops away from Moreno. A ball, 2 strikes. Pitch is wide. 2-2. And it's gone from 0-2 to 3-2. Popped up. Groover at first, waiting, and now he makes the catch. When the Rays are on the road, party's still on. Head to Hooters Wednesday, July 1st for an official Rays watch party. Rays take on the Kansas City Royals. Grab some wings, win tickets, or score autographed merchandise. Visit RaysBaseball.com/watch party. There's a bunt by Walls and a good one. He's going to beat it out. Nobody to cover first. Cabrera off the hill. Groover came in to grab it. And Walls has a bunt single.
I love Taylor Walls right here because he realizes with the defensive setup, if I can get the bunt going this way and if I can get it by the pitcher, there is nobody out in the field that's going to be able to make a play on me. And he drags it perfectly. I mean, that you can't do it any better. You couldn't have rolled it out there any better, and you could see not even close to being able to make a play. What a great job there by Taylor.
You know, that's a significant part of the Rays game. They came into the series leading the major leagues in bunt hits.
Yeah. Most of them you see kind of push up that third base line. You don't see too many guys take it with them. And that's not really easy to do. You've got to maintain that angle as your body's starting to move out of the batter's box. You know, you want to be laying that bunt down as you're already building momentum up that first base line. And Taylor, I mean, that's a tutorial right there. Go back and watch if you want to know how to do it.
It's fouled back, and you're right. It's a beautiful play when you see it executed that way, and you see the effect of the fielders.
Yeah, it's just go get the baseball because he's at first.
Right.
That's it.
Nobody to cover first. Strikes on Palacios. The first. Let's take another look at wide shot on that bunt.
How he's able to bring that ball with him. I mean, can maintain that angle, and that's why you got to get it by the pitcher. If you don't, the pitcher could, if he's a good athlete, can spring off that mound, scoop the ball, and maybe try to race into the bag or tag it.
Oh, what a jump! And however, a line drive right down to Arenado. Boy, Walls had a great jump, but it's doubled off on the liner to third. We go to the third. Tie game. Well, Michael Grove, the 29-year-old right-hander, is going to get the call from the Rays bullpen. Cole Sulser, the opener, worked 2 innings, and now Grove out there on the hill.
Well, West Virginia University from Wheeling, 2nd-round pick. Had shoulder surgery and missed the 25 season. The Rays were able to sign him as a free agent.
And first pitch swung on by Groover. The fly ball to short center. Mullins takes care of that.
Grove to Groover.
There you go. And now it's Tommy Troy. Grove joined the team on Thursday. There was a first pitch strike. He signed him back in April as a free agent. Spent some time on the IL. A good slider right there.
Yes,
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, short, late, good depth. All the earmarks of a really good slider.
Back into the screen. He does have a nice delivery. I mean, you've seen him 3 pitches here. Pretty efficient.
Well, that's what you want. I mean, you think the gold standard on the Rays staff is Drew Rasmussen. Just so succinct. And there you go. Now that's the good slider.
Yeah.
He had the good slider, then he tried to overthrow one, left it up, and Troy was able to foul it off. And then he calms down, gets back to the good one. Watch this late break and depth. I mean, that's perfect. And the location.
Sorry to interrupt.
No. Just
that's
watch.
A great pitch.
Yeah.
Just see that. That's kind of exciting right there.
We talk about Drew, how simple he is mechanically. Grove, you're kind of in that same family. And how about that curveball right there? I mean, that is a little snapdragon.
Kind of liking that so far.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that's good stuff. 0-2.
He takes that slider, and you can see that finger. That was almost like a knuckle slider. That index finger was backed up against the baseball.
Oh, and he gets him. Slider again. A 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the third coming. 1-1 tie.
Minnows.
Well, very small sample size for Michael Grove, but you got to look at some of the stuff that you saw, especially those breaking balls. And here's that interesting slider. You can see that knuckle right there as he's getting ready to deliver that pitch that ends up ending the inning. And you see the result, and this is where he is out front. And I have never seen that before. You've heard of the knuckle curveball. That's like the knuckle slider. That might be the first of its kind. Who knows? But that is a very unique pitch, and it has been very sharp here in that first inning for him.
Well, Fiducia takes a strike, and here's the thing. You want to be careful about getting carried away. I'm telling you, 8 pitches, and that was an exciting top of the third to see him come in and make the pitches he made.
The breaking stuff was good. Obviously, that's a very unique grip on that slider.
Yep.
And that was sharp. And even the first pitch curveball that he threw was was a good-looking curveball. So, yeah, eager to see more.
Yes, absolutely. 1-2 there. Fiducia fouled that one down the right side. Oh, he caught that edge. Strike 3 call.
Well, let's take a look at our 4 keys. And we're talking about the big 3, Yandy Diaz, Jonathan Aranda, and Junior Caminero. And how about this? 153 runs driven in between the 3 of them. That's 45% of the team's runs batted in. And, well, I guess the homers have gone up even more. 45 home runs now between the 3 of them, accounting for 65% of the team total. So you talk about leading the way. It's the top 3 in this order here today that are doing that and have been really all season long.
One to Yandy. Yandy grounded to the shortstop for Domo in the first inning. Where he's facing Carrera, the 24-year-old right-hander, Jose Cabrera. 2-1. Up the middle, base hit. Chad Whitson stepping aside from his position out there, the second base umpire. And Yandy right back through the middle into center field.
From whence it came, Dwayne.
Yes, right back.
I mean, 2-1 count, fastball out over the heart of the plate. And that's what Yandy does. Continues to lead the American League in batting average.
Hey, by the way, that strikeout of Fiducia, first time the Rays have struck out since the 7th inning of Thursday's game.
Ooh.
No strikeouts in the game last night. Jonathan Aranda, strike on the edge. Nine-game streak for Aranda coming in.
He has hit 400 over the course of that 9-game hitting streak. And I'll tell you what, you know, coming into play on May the 2nd, Jonathan was hitting 218. 218.
Yep.
And he has raised his average 70 points coming into play today on the back of a 331 stretch and his last 47 games.
And you know, and you've talked about his approach, and he's a full-fledged hitter with some pop.
And here's the thing, he has remade himself. You know, he's hitting the ball up the middle the other way 73% of the time. His pull rate is 27%. That's the lowest of his career. His lowest coming into this year pull rate was 40. So he's completely changed as a hitter.
Yep.
And he's using the whole field more. Last year was the most he ever went up the middle the other way, and it was 60% of the time. This year it's at 73. So he is using the other side of the field way more than he ever has.
And a lot of hits in that entire outfield.
Yeah, everywhere. I mean, he's spraying it around. He just has great bat control and a good idea what the strike zone is.
Draws the walk that pushes Yandy up to second. A single and a walk after the opening strikeout. Junior Caminero will be the hitter. He gave the Rays their run in the first inning.
Well, they tried to get that fastball in, and that wasn't in a horrible spot. But Junior Caminero really doesn't matter right now, the way that he's swinging the bat.
Well, 6 home runs in 5 games. Homered first time up on that 2-1 pitch here tonight.
Hot corner alert. First player in Rays history with first inning home run in 3 straight games. That's a nice little factoid.
Yeah, how about that? That one off Lugo on Thursday. This one off Zach Gallen in the first game of this series, and connected tonight off Cabrera. And a strike on the outer edge. Chance for more here for the Rays in the 3rd inning. Fly ball into left. Kepler has all kinds of room, and he'll make the catch. That's the 2nd out. Victor Mesa Jr., who doubled his first time. Mesa started, hit 7th in the lineup last night, went 0 for 3. Up in the cleanup spot, has himself a double. It's popped up foul. Chased by Arenado, and how about the catcher getting out there, Moreno, and making that catch and sliding on the turf in the aftermath of that grab. Quite a play. 2 men left for the Rays. We're through 3, tied 1-1.
I couldn't do it.
Playing only in theaters. Rated PG.
In the fourth inning, Perdomo leads off for Arizona with Michael Grove on the hill for the Rays. First pitch is a strike. Perdomo, then Carroll, followed by Moreno. Perdomo with a homer and a single last night, 2 for 4. Michael Grove. Grove's a strike. Down around the knees. Too low, ball 2 strikes. Caminero way off the bag at third with the left-handed bat of Perdomo. A switch hitter, but from the left side here against Grove. Comes in too high. 2-2. Hot shot, that's caught by Aranda. Had him played near the line and grabbed it. Right now, let's check in with Kendra.
Well, Dwayne and BA, you guys have been talking so highly of Michael Grove, and let me tell you, this is a guy that has been eager to get back on the mound. This is the first time he's returning to pitching the big leagues since 2024. Now, when I spoke with Michael, he said he was getting pumped when he got the call, adding that getting back to the big leagues has been a major goal after missing all of last season following that shoulder surgery. And guys, there's an extra level of comfort here. He's been living in Tampa since 2023, got to sleep in his own bed, already knows several of the former Dodgers players who are now Rays players in the clubhouse. And when you talk to him, he's just so excited to be here. He said he's focused on making incremental improvements every time he takes them out. But you can already see just how ready he is to contribute for the Rays here tonight, guys.
Yeah, he was certainly impressive in that third inning. He got our attention in a hurry, I'll tell you that.
Well, the breaking stuff, how sharp it was. And you can imagine having to miss a season because of that shoulder surgery, an opportunity to sign on with the team, be healthy, work your way, back minor league baseball again, and then get that call. How pumped up you would be.
High popper on the left side, and that's going to be a fair ball. Caminero takes care of it for the second out. Yeah, he was a second-round pick by the Dodgers in the 2018 draft. So he had a pretty good resume coming out of West Virginia University.
And those shoulder surgeries can be tricky. Those are not cut and dry, and so for him to be able to come all the way back and looking really good. There's another really nice slider right there that we've seen the fastball get up to 95 miles an hour. That slider, the curveball, some pretty good offerings here by Grove.
Moreno out on ground ball his first time, and boy, there's a pitch that just disappeared on him.
Yeah, it doesn't look like some of these hitters are getting a real good look at that slider. They don't look real comfortable with their swings. Our Advent Health strike zone, it's in it for a split second, and then that ball just takes itself right out of it. Right off the end of that bat. You feel like he spins that slider obviously very tight, and it's tough for these hitters to pick up that spin right now. Look for the red dot.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I love that.
The red dot?
Yeah, look for the red dot.
Look for the red dot.
Tap foul on the big swing by Moreno. First time we've seen Grove. And, you try not to let things get away from you, but so far what we've seen him in just his second inning, he has been impressive.
I mean, it's early, it's real early, but There's real potential here for
Yep.
heart and hustle
Yep.
in Zephyr Hills.
Nothing wrong with heart and hustle
No,
either.
there's not. You need it.
1-2. Ground ball just past the diving walls and into left center for a base hit. Simpson with the pickup.
Well, Moreno had seen the really good slider, and then he got one that flattened up just a little bit, and that allowed him to put a pretty good swing out. There it is. But you see, this one doesn't have that depth, and he's able to go out and get it.
It gets Del Castillo, the designated hitter, up there. Left-handed bat. Stands him up a little bit there. Inside, off the plate, 1-0.
How about that?
Yep.
22 hits in the 19-game on-base streak, but he's walked 12 times.
There's a strike on the fastball.
And that's coming off the last half inning, that play he made coming up from behind the plate. That pop-up from Mesa Jr., I think it was. Good athlete.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Boy, that is nice.
Yeah, the thing that makes that pitch really interesting is just how late the break is. Watch how long this ball stays in the bottom of the zone. Our Orlando Health slow-mo replay. It starts to make its move as the hitter is starting his swing. That's when you want it.
Oh, and he got him looking on one right there. Struck him out. No runs, a hit, and a man left. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth. We are tied 1-1. Celebrate your Venezuelan heritage at Tropicana Field Monday, July 6th. Rays take on the Yankees. Fans can purchase the Venezuelan Heritage ticket package, including a seat to the game and an exclusive Heritage jersey. Visit RaysBaseball.com/VEN.
Going to challenge this.
Catcher's challenging to call a ball.
They're going to lose this challenge. Won the previous one.
Arizona has one challenge remaining.
I'm telling you, you're right on.
He was flinching too. I'm not sure why he was so sure. Watch him. Maybe it's going to be a bunt. He's kind of flinching, and all of a sudden he thinks that was a strike, and it's not the case.
Simpson trying to wade into that pitch, fouls it away. 1-1. Mullins will be next, and then Walls. Caught the inside part of the plate. And it just did. And a cut and miss. Simpson is out, number one.
Well, our Advent Health Strike Zone is going to show you that this breaking ball stays in the zone all the way to the plate, and Chandler just gets underneath it.
He's facing Jose Cabrera, 24-year-old right-hander out of the Dominican Republic. Ball one to Cedric Mullins. One. Cabrera recommended to the Diamondbacks by Perdomo, their shortstop. It's going to go to 2-1. Both out of the Dominican Republic. And the Diamondbacks wound up signing him. This one by Mullins. Hard stuff right there, and it's 2-2.
A major league debut against the Minnesota Twins. 5 scoreless innings.
Yep.
No walks, 3 strikeouts.
62 pitches in the 5 innings. And he gets a strike there on the breaking ball.
Yeah, very similar to what he got Chandler Simpson with. This short little late break.
Walls takes a pitch upstairs. And Perdomo named Cabrera Cayman. Translates, I guess, into crocodile. He can be quiet but furious. There's a drive back into deep center, all the way to the track. And Troy back to make the catch. A long drive off the bat of Taylor Walls. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. When Rays pitchers strike out 10 or more hitters at a home game, you get free Busch Gardens tickets. Visit CaneStrikeout.com for more details. Restrictions apply. Here's Nolan Arenado leading off. Jammed on that one, a little comebacker picked up by Grove, and they go to first in plenty of time. I'll tell you, Grove has quite a story. We mentioned before he was drafted by the Dodgers and made his debut with them in 2022, but he underwent Tommy John surgery in May of 2017, and a year later drafted by the Dodgers anyway. 1-0 the count to Kepler.
Obviously really liked what they saw,
yep,
and willing to take the time necessary to get him healthy again.
The high shot back into deep center. Mullins goes to the wall, and with room right at the wall makes the catch. And Kepler is the second out.
80 games ago, that's probably a homer.
Right. Just looking at that, they drafted him in the 2nd round, and then he got back to where he was ready to compete again, and then the 2020 minor league season was canceled because of the COVID.
Oh, that's right. Can you believe that the COVID season was 6 years ago?
Yeah. How about that? And in 21, he was in 21 games at Tulsa. He was 1-4 with a 786. So he's had to have some great stick-to-itiveness here with some of the injuries and the situation to get to where he is now. And then after the Tommy John surgery, he had surgery on his right shoulder before the 25 season. So he missed 25. So he missed the COVID season. He missed 25 over shoulder surgery, and earlier in his career had Tommy John surgery. That's a nice pitch right there. Strike 3 call. 1-2-3 they go. Bottom of the 5th coming. 1-1. Unit Home Mortgage drone cam, and a look at Treasure Island out there. A wave and miss by Richie Palacios. Strike 1. Boy, Kyle Snyder over to shake the hand of Michael Grove, and boy, he has to feel really great. As we were talking about, you know, the Rays signed him after the Dodgers took him off the 40-man roster, and he decided he wanted free agency as opposed to being assigned to their AAA club in Oklahoma City. A little tap there, and that's out number 1. Palacios out number 1. And the Rays this past April signed him to a major league contract. So they're taking a flyer on him, and got him up to the big leagues here. And well, you have to like what you see so far.
Yeah, I mean, the fastball at 95, and we saw the slider. All 4 of his strikeouts in his 3 innings were off of that slider. Saw a good first pitch curveball. So yeah, I mean, there seems to be some really good tools there to work with, and we'll see what the future holds. But here today, he threw the ball great.
And after all he's been through, he's got to feel great right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Kendra was saying how pumped up he was. You know, hasn't been in a big league ball game since 24.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute, and he walks into this ball game and was flawless, absolutely flawless.
On the ground to second, Marte. The throw to first. Fiducia is out number 2.
How about this? Yandy Diaz here, you know, coming to the plate, our Toyota Trent. He goes 0 for 5 in Toronto on May the 12th. Takes his batting average to 293. We've talked about this ad nauseum. And Yandy Diaz in the 37 games since, a 379 average, coming in to play to raise that average 41 points. Now leads the American League. Or it did anyway, coming into play today at 334. Has a hit. So that's going to go up even just another point or 2.
Yeah, up to 336 right now.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible the run that he has been on over the last 5-6 weeks.
1-1 to count.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Hey,
look
there
at
you
that.
go.
He is now the major league leader, overtaking Otto Lopez, the team from South Florida.
Out of play there, foul, 1 and 2.
Did I see 2 San Francisco Giants on that list?
You did.
Jung-Hoo Lee.
Yep.
And who's the other one? Oh, Luis Arraez. Yeah, he
Yeah.
rolls out of bed and hits 330.
Yep. Popped up, foul ball. Hoover runs out of room. That's a souvenir. All the scoring in the first inning. RBI single from Corbin Carroll for Arizona. The Rays got the home run from Junior Caminero down the left field line. And this ricocheting from Moreno and off to the left. 2-2. Courtesy time there for Bill Miller to look over one of the baseballs retrieved and giving Moreno a little extra time. Pitches upstairs. Full count, 3-2. And a walk. So Yandy's on base again. Single and a walk tonight in 3 plate appearances. Jonathan Ronda will get an opportunity to get a third look at Cabrera. How about the on-base streak now for Yandy at home? 13 walks and 39 hits.
That's 52 times on base. So he's averaging at home and that I'm going to be on at least twice.
Ronda taking a little time to work over the bat handle there.
The grip stick.
Yep. And swing, sends a fly ball deep into right. Carroll's going to go to the wall, and that baby's gone. Home run off the bat of Jonathan Aranda. A 2-run blast, his 13th home run. And the Rays have a 3-1 lead. I don't know what he put on the handle of that bat, but he should do it with every AB.
It was legal. It was legal. Yeah, he certainly had a good grip, that's for sure. On first pitch. Put the Rays out in front.
Aranda extends his hitting streak to 10. Gives him 57 runs batted in.
Boy, that breaking ball, it rolls right into the swing. Great pitch recognition by Aranda, and the way to control that bat, a towering blast that gets out for 2 runs. And again, the big 3.
Yep.
Leading the way. Junior with a home run. Yandy on base twice. Aranda with a homer. These guys just continue to lead the way.
A ball, no strikes. Two and 0. Watch Cabrera.
Hoping, and then realizing.
Strike 2-1. 3-5-0 for the Rays. 1-3-0 for Arizona. And a 3-1 count. Big cut there, but he aired it out, lost the helmet, and a big swing.
Got another pitch in, a pitch that he has been feasting on here as of late. A cutter that didn't do a whole lot of cutting, and he just came unglued on that swing.
And a miss on the breaking pitch down. But the Rays come up with 2 on Jonathan Aranda's 13th home run. Through 5, 3-1 Rays. Rays TV brought to you by Advent Health. You are our priority. In a medical emergency, Advent Health. By Planet Fitness, we're all strong on this planet. And by Suncoast Credit Union, score fee-free checking with more perks to save big. Open your account at suncoast.com. In the 6th inning, the Rays carry a 3-1 lead. Casey Lagomina will take over on the mound, facing the number 9 hitter Tommy Troy. And the pitch is a strike. Well, that 2-run home run by Aranda giving the Rays this lead. And with Grove leaving the game, he is the pitcher of record now. And Lagomina takes over. 1-1 the count. Wide there, 2-1. Lagomina pitched an inning and a third in the game Thursday against Kansas City. Utilized as the opener there. The Rays won that game 13-2. The bunt foul. And the count's 2-2. Lagomina faced just 4 hitters in that opening assignment. Foul ball right there. So 2 innings for Sulser, a run on 2 hits. 3 innings for Grove. 1 hit. No runs. And 3 strikeouts for him. Count's going to be full now. Marte is on deck. And a line drive caught by Caminero. Oh, 1 up, 1 down. Here's the story on Michael Grove.
Well, getting his opportunity here with the Rays, and he was absolutely fantastic. 3 scoreless innings. He gave up a hit, struck out 4, didn't walk anybody. He showed some really good breaking balls, especially the slider. We saw a curveball. That looked like a pitch that we're going to see a lot more of. The fastball got up to 95 miles an hour. He did a really good job of commanding those pitches around the zone, and you couldn't ask for a better start here for Grove.
Marte takes the pitch wide. A fly ball to right, and it's struck out. Back into center field. Mullins just short of the track, and a step back onto the track as it turns out. 2 up, 2 down. Perdomo. He has one of the 3 hits collected tonight by Arizona. He scored after the double and then the base hit by Carroll. It's ball 1. Two balls, no strikes. It's too wide. Worked his way back against Troy. Got him on the line at a third. Now he's 3-1 on Perdomo. And worked his way back to a full count here.
How about Perdomo taking 2 3-0 and 3-1 fastballs and catching a lot of the plate.
Three-2 into left, and that's going to drop. Base hit in front of Simpson. Opposite field base hit.
And finally pulled the trigger, and it worked out for him. That's what makes it so hard when you fall behind like that. You've got to come a long way back, make pitch after pitch after pitch, and this one right here, again, catching an awful lot of the plate, and Perdomo just stays inside of it and lofts that ball out into left field, drops it right in front of Chandler.
Well, Kyle Snyder spending some time on the mound. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Rays, the official source for your Rays gear. Rays gear on display here at Tropicana Field tonight. Well, Corbin Carroll, dangerous hitter, as you know. Going to run in the first. And there's a strike up and away, and it caught that upper edge.
Boy, just poured that right through the middle of the zone. You don't see Corbin Carroll get a pitch like that to handle and not handle it very often. I mean, that's right there.
Two-strike pitch. Foul back. Romino working today after an inning and a third on Thursday. Pop out of play. Still a 2-strike count. Action down there in the bullpen. And a swing and miss. He gets the strikeout of Carroll. We go to the Rays half of inning 6. 3-1 Rays.
Well, up here in the Rooms to Go Lounge, and we have some baseball royalty, Tampa Bay baseball royalty here at Tropicana Field. Luis Gonzalez, Jefferson graduate, is here with the team. And boy, you talk about a couple iconic blasts off of his bat. He hit the first home run ever at Tropicana Field in 1998. And then you fast forward 9 years, the first bomb ever to reach the Ray tank coming off that bat of Luis Gonzalez, 19-year veteran of the major leagues. And I'll tell you what, I know you guys will probably agree with me, one of the most professional baseball players to ever play the game, and he'll go down as one of my favorite teammates of all time.
Yeah, from Jefferson High, and hey, who but the guy from Tampa should hit the first home run here and then hit the tank, the first guy to do that. Well, there's a bunt attempt right there. And that's going to be a base hit. Mason Jr. putting down that bunt up the first base side. And by the time Cabrera got over there to make a play, there was no play.
Well, we saw Taylor Walls do it earlier in the game. Same thing right here. Great job. Those two putting on a clinic on how you drag a ball with you up that first base side. And Victor Mason Jr., look at the start that he gets, but stays in the batter's box. We should go back and take a look at that. He's at the back of the batter's box. He starts to build that momentum as he angles the bat. But when he makes contact with the baseball, he is still in the batter's box. If not, he would be ruled out.
Well, Mason Jr. 2 for 3, a double in the first, bunt single here in the 6th. Sandwich around the foul pop caught by the catcher Moreno. And a bunt. And that's not going to be in time. So the Rays putting down back-to-back bunt singles. Chandler Simpson down that third base side. One up the first base line. This one third base side. 2 on with nobody out.
And he pushes his. And here comes Arenado to try to make the play. Late turnaround. That drop it down. Arenado does everything that he can to try to make that play. There's just no chance with the speed of Simpson. And so the Rays, and look at Arenado is basically trying to take that away. He was in a few steps from the cut of the turf and still couldn't do anything about that bunt by Chandler.
Well, 26 bunt singles for the Rays this year. We talked about that earlier in the evening. Cedric Mullins turn, but nothing doing back there at second base.
Well, here's Chandler. We're going to see, or show you where Arenado is right here. He's already thinking about the possibility that he may lay one down. And he's coming. It doesn't matter. I mean, he's coming for that baseball. It doesn't matter. Where are you going to play him next? Halfway? I mean, he was trying to take that away and was charging as the pitch was delivered. Didn't matter. And how about Victor in the back of the batter's box? Watch him start to build momentum. He's going to start moving, but he's staying in the batter's box. And then when he makes contact, still in the batter's box. And that's why you've got that full head of steam now as you lay that bunt down. And he's able to beat that one out. By the way, just to put a bow on the Luis Gonzalez, I got to play with Louis out in Arizona for 4 seasons. 99, 2000, 01, 02, and opportunity. Obviously, we won a world championship together, and getting to spend that much time with him. Yes, he is I mean, you couldn't have a better teammate than Luis Gonzalez. An unbelievable player, especially the years that I spent with him in Arizona. I mean, he's going 50+ in home runs. He was absolutely amazing. Of course, he had the game winner in Game 7, bottom of the 9th inning. There it is. Infield pulled in. Mariano Rivera trying to jam him. Well, he did jam him, but Luis got enough of it to drop it in and let the celebration begin as we won that world championship
out in Arizona, but just a great human being, a great guy, a great teammate, and an unbelievable player. Tampa legend, like Doug said.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about this game, the people you meet, and they turn out to be genuinely as good as you would hope, and the experience that you have to interact with them is exactly that.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
How about Jefferson High? That's some kind of alumni association right there.
Well, you know what? And they changed this graphic. You got Tony La Russa, Fred McGriff, Tino Martinez, another. He was part of that World Series there with the New York Yankees and with the Arizona Diamondbacks in '01. The home of the major leaguers, Luis Gonzalez, Tino Martinez. There's Louis growing up.
How about that, huh? I mean, West Tampa Little League legendary, and that's why.
Yeah, think about the ball players that have come out of here. Yeah, going back to that graphic, the earlier version that we saw for with Tony La Russa, it said underneath it said like Doug for one day. But I think that they thought maybe not go with that, and they switched it to whatever else. But
yeah, because we've liked him for more than one day.
Yeah,
multiple days.
Dozens.
Want to assure him
Dozens
of
days.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, the Rays have built a 3-1 lead. A pitching change here. And the Rays will have Cedric Mullins up there with 2 men on. Juan Murillo.
No.
And the pitch is a strike. Now Mullins has popped to first, has been called out on strikes. 5 innings plus for Cabrera. And this one will get through Moreno. And both men will move up. And the Rays have both runners now in scoring position at second and third. They're going to charge a wild pitch, and that ball hits the dirt in front of the plate.
Well, and that wasn't a real good effort to try to block that. I mean, Moreno did not shift his weight at all, did not shift his body at all he tried to backhand. I mean, it was a changeup poorly thrown, obviously bouncing out in front of the plate. But you'd like to see your catcher body up that baseball and try to knock it down and keep it in front of him.
Shortens again. Takes ball 2. Murillo in relief. And again showing bunt. Now a strike. I believe in the count. Fouled away. So a big opportunity for the Rays.
It's something for the most part this offense has been very adept at doing, is creating opportunities, and then when they get them, they're able to cash in, get those runners in.
And he fights this one off, fouling it.
Been pretty good with runners in scoring position, good with runners getting in third.
With less than 2 outs, how about this yesterday? And Cedric Mullins getting that pitch right out over the plate, full extension, hits a blast
Out into deep right center field.
433 feet for the home run last night. 2-2 pitch again, and a high fly ball straight away center. Troy is there to make the catch. A tag at third. Mason Jr. is going to head to the plate, and over to third base goes Simpson. And the Rays pick up another run. Sacrifice fly by Cedric Mullins, who put it into play. And the Rays now lead by 3.
And got it deep enough to get the runner to third here with less than 2. So you're able to get Victor Mesa Jr. in. Obviously, Chandler Simpson, with all his speed, gets over to third. That forces the Diamondbacks now to pull that infield in. They cannot afford to give up many more runs.
Well, here's Taylor Walls, who bunted his way on in the second inning, and he's going to show the bunt now. Step to third. Oh, and he's going to be out trying to get back there. And you saw Brady Williams indicate that he thinks he got in there.
Yeah, I don't think that he did.
He thinks that he did. He wants to believe that he did.
We'll see.
Tampa Bay is challenging the out call at third base.
Well, he put himself, coming down that line. When you see Taylor square around, you're anticipating him getting the bunt down. They throw right behind him. Oh, he's going to be out. Now let's take a look. This will be the one to tell you. Does he get him? Does he get him? I know. He's followed him all the way around. Here's the problem, is that the call goes against the Rays.
Yeah.
So you need to put that mosaic together to where you can see he definitively did not touch him, because he may not have.
Right now, the Rays are big fans of the extended mosaic.
Yes. Yes, they are. Boy, the throw's there in time, and now it's the chase. The chase, the chase. Did he get him? I mean, can you say definitively that he didn't? That's the problem.
After review, the call on the field is overturned.
Well,
how about that?
Overturned the call, and the mosaic did the trick.
Maybe you take those last two angles that we had and put them side by side. You got this one here, which looks like he's still reaching, and then you had the other one.
Well, Brady Williams immediately had that arm up and wanting the Rays to challenge it.
He had a better angle.
Yeah. Now a bunt attempt, and that's foul, so the Rays still trying to get the runner home via the bunt.
I love the fact that Brady was calling for the review and he never got out of his stance.
Yeah.
He just still was bent over and just put the hand up like, okay, go ahead.
Yep. I saw it. Let's challenge it. Rays another potential run down there at third. And now,
that was a pitch out. You see that? He didn't even try to throw a strike there. They're trying to gun down there again. Look at where he's asking that. I mean, he doesn't want to strike. He's not even set up near the plate.
And the bunt is popped up back over the screen. Frustrating for Walls. Well, the Rays with a couple bunts to start this inning, then a run on a sacrifice fly. Now they've tried to bunt in another run. The count has gone to 2-2. And a wave and miss, and Walls is out on strikes.
Boy, he's able to expand the zone there after not being able to get that bunt down, which is what he wanted to do. Now you're going to have to swing, and you get the changeup or Orlando Health slow-mo replay, and he's able to get some arm side fade with that pitch.
Yeah, bat needed to be longer.
Yes. The old 37-33.
Yeah. Richie Palacios takes ball one. Upstairs. Juan Murillo out of Maracaibo, Venezuela. In relief from Jose Cabrera. Now back. 2 balls and a strike. The plate, but down. 3-1. And a line drive. That's a foul ball.
How about
The right side by Palacios.
How about being too quick on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball? You don't see that often.
Yep. Well, Palacios pondered that for a moment and walked back to the plate. He'll be back in. That's a 3-2 count. Three-two, and there is ball 4. Palacios is aboard. We'll get Fiducia to the plate. And with men on the corners, a run in. 2 outs in what is now a 4-1 Rays lead. Now, Cabrera started the inning, gave up a couple bunt singles, departed in favor of Murillo, and the conference on the mound now. Join the movement, be a part of Tarps Off territory all June long here at Tropicana Field. Grab your ticket in section 139. Bring the energy with you and cheer on the Rays. Get loud, get rowdy, and help fuel a Rays win. Secure your spot today at RaysBaseball.com/tarps. And he's all wound up and ready to go. Well, Hunter Fiducia with a chance to add on. That's a ball. Fiducia in the lineup last night went 1 for 3, had a double in the 7th inning. 0 for 2 tonight. Strike 1. Well, the Rays with 3 bunt hits in this game. Upstairs. Rays have never had a 4-hit bunt game. 3 has been the limit.
Well, then let's send word down there.
That's right.
That someone else needs to pull it off. 3 different guys today with Walls and Simpson and Mesa Jr.
2-2 the count with a foul ball back out of play.
Well, the unpredictable nature of this Rays offense has been their calling card.
Yep.
When things have been going good, you just don't know what they're going to do next. And these defenses sometimes have a real hard time getting the job done against them because the Rays put so much pressure on them. The ability to do that, to bunt for hits, to sacrifice bunt, to run the bases very aggressively.
And we've talked about it before. It's a fun brand of baseball.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it has to be because they're.
Runner takes off a swing and a foul tip strikeout. Fiducia's out of there, and the Rays had a run. It's now 4-1. The 7th inning is brought to you by Hyundai. Well, the Rays through 6 hold a 4-1 lead. They have out hit Arizona 7-4. Remember, Moreno will lead it off. The catcher for Arizona. The first pitch is the ball. Moreno on a base hit to left in the 4th. Casey Lagomina on the hill. 2-0. Lagomina came on and faced 4 hitters in the 6th, gave up a hit, picked up a strikeout. after being the opener Thursday. He faced 4 hitters. 2-1 now. 2. Foul ball out of play. That's a nice play. Ball hit the other way, and Aranda there with that big first baseman's mitt grabbed that one.
I mean, be ready. Be ready if you're on the corners. You're not expecting the right-handed hitter, but how about this? That ball rocketed on a one-hop, and Aranda, I mean, he made that look very easy.
Yeah. And be ready. It's some great advice.
Yeah. Well, all of these guys, as that pitcher's getting ready to deliver that ball to the plate, they get into their at-the-ready stance. You're kind of moving around, and all of a sudden, boom, you get that athletic stance, and you anticipate the ball every single pitch that's made. That's why those guys, they even before PitchCon, that's why they love pitchers that work quick. Keep them, you know, keep them in the flow of the game, keep them at the ready.
Yeah, I would think it would be very difficult to be an infielder and work behind a pitcher who takes all kinds of time between pitches.
There's no question about it. And like I said, these guys, they'll never complain about pitchers that work slow, but they like to talk about guys that work quick.
Yep.
You know, that's something that they like. It keeps them engaged. And the PitchCon era now, that's really helped things out. But even so, you've got guys that work quick. It's noticeable, and the position players appreciate that.
Well, it's taxing mentally and physically.
Think about how many pitches are thrown in a game.
Yep.
Let's say there's 120 thrown in a game. As a position player, you are anticipating the ball being hit to you 120 times.
Yep.
And you may get 3 or 4. You may get none. Yep. You may get a handful, but you anticipate it every single time.
Fly ball lifted into left center, and this is going to be caught by Simpson. 2 outs. 2 up, 2 down. Nolan Arenado. He's going to fly ball to right in the 2nd. Now pitcher first in the 5th. Single and a walk in last night's game. Over the plate, but low. Rays opened with Cole Sulser. Michael Grove followed. Now Legomina. Outside, 2-0. So 2 innings Sulser, 3 innings Grove. Legomina hitting in 2/3 right now. And action down in the bullpen. Kevin Kelly. Ground ball, that's going to be fair by the bag and up the line. Arenado's going to get 2 bases out of this. His 15th double of the year. Legomina surrendering his 2nd hit.
Well, fastball tries to come right into the zone. Arenado, he was anticipating that, got the barrel through and hit that ball hard, kept it fair up into the corner. And the Diamondbacks with a little 2-out opportunity here. Well, meeting on the mound too.
Yep, Max Kepler is going to be the hitter. Kepler back into action last night, had a couple at bats, retired on a line drive down to third last night. Caminero made an outstanding play. And tonight, strikeout and a fly ball to center. Kevin Cash pops out of the dugout. And he has had Kelly at the ready in the bullpen. Kevin makes the stroll. That's going to be it for Legumina. We shall return in a moment.
Do you know what's in a
Rays TV is brought to you by Orlando Health. We make it personal. And by Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. Celebrating 250 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
How about this right here for Kevin Kelly? He loves the Trop. 20 innings, no runs, but how about no walks?
Yep. Well, no walks contributes to no runs.
Let me ask you a question.
First pitch is a ball inside to Max Kepler. Yes, sir.
Who loves the Trop more, Kevin Kelly or Dwayne Stats?
Well, I'll tell you, we love it. And Kelly, with the work he's done here, you know, I might have to give him the nod.
You think?
I'm telling you, he loves it here.
I mean, he
Why
does.
not?
Well, I mean, so does Statsy.
It's comfortable. Great sight lines. Oh, there's a liner into right. Going to be called out there. Mesa Jr. makes the grab, and when we come back, top of the order, which means the big three here at the greatest place to be, Tropicana Field. Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. Rays half of the seventh inning coming up here at Tropicana Field. And top of the order, and the big three for the Rays, Yandy, Jonathan, and Junior. Another good night.
Yandy Diaz 1 for 2 with a walk, so he's been on twice. Aranda, a 2-run homer. Junior Caminero, of course, that solo home run. That's now 46 of the 71 home runs for the Rays have been hit by the big three. That's now up to 65%.
Wow. There's your offense.
Yeah. I mean, boy, I'll tell you, and the Rays coming in had the fewest home runs in Major League Baseball. And three guys at the top of this lineup have just owned it for the Rays.
Gandhi's pounding it back. It's 1-1. Cabrera worked 5 innings plus, gave up a run in the 6th inning, a couple hits on bunts. The 4 runs charged to the starter Cabrera. Murillo came on. Got credit for a full inning in the 6th, out there in the 7th, and there's a strike. It's now 1-2. And he is out on strike this time. 1 away.
Well, in keeping with the theme of the big three, let's look at the big 2 home runs today. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Junior Caminero 106.9 off the bat. Aranda 101.7. Aranda does get the edge though in distance. 391 to Junior's 361.
Foul back. Rays use the bunt. They use the home run. That's top to bottom.
I was going to say, you can't get more extreme than that.
Yep.
3 bunt hits, 2 home runs. But that's kind of how this offense is built. They are, I mean, very versatile.
1-1.
Have to be difficult to prepare for. You know, as you sit down in those pregame meetings, you're talking to the infielders like, hey guys, be ready, because they're going to challenge you.
Two and one. He checked in time on the pitch down. 3 balls and a strike. Fairchild down there at third, indicating he held up, and he did. Cut and a miss. Big swing at 97 there. 3 and 2.
Well, you see how far over the top of that swing that ball got. Trying to get up there, and just with that kind of velocity in that location, no chance.
Off the plate in. And there's a 1-out walk. Well, the Rays in the 5th inning drew a 2-out walk by Yandy, and then it was Aranda who hit the home run. Now here's the 7th, a 1-out walk by Aranda, and that brings up Junior Caminero, who homered to open the scoring in the 1st. He takes the ball. How about this late home run for Caminero, and he has 21. One back of Ben Rice, Alvarez, and Buxton, each with 25. And a ground ball short. Perdomo to Marte 1, first base 2. 6-4-3 on the double play. We have completed 7 innings. We go to the 8th. 4-1 Rays.
Motion for life.
Rays TV presented by Union Home Mortgage. And we're headed into the 8th inning. Back to the hill goes Kevin Kelly. And the first pitch is a strike. James Groover so far tonight 0 for 2. Fly ball to center and a strikeout of a slider. A little foul ball right there. 0-2. Down. Ball 2 strikes. Arizona scored first in the 1st. The Rays came right back with a run to tie. Oh, there's a strike on the outside part of the plate. Groover leaves shaking his head, and he is called out on strikes. 6th strikeout for Rays pitching tonight. Kelly got the line drive from Kepler to end the top of the 7th. Opens the 8th with a strikeout, and here's Tommy Troy. Pitch is wide. Troy line to 3rd in the 6th inning. Struck out his first time. Kelly misses. Ball 2. 2-0. Strike. 2-1. Kelly's had a busy homestand. Had 4 scoreless outings on the homestand. Got a nice run out of that Rays bullpen. the bunt attempt. Foul. Takes the count to 2-2. You can witness Evan Longoria's induction into the Rays Hall of Fame and jersey retirement ceremony coming up July 11 and 12. Be a part of the historic Longo's Legacy Weekend. Get your tickets at RaysBaseball.com/Longo. A 2-2 count on Troy.
What's happening?
Slight pause in the action. The pitch is up. 3-2. And that is strike 3 called. And out number 2.
Boy, he put that right on the edge. I mean, the outer edge. And once you see Fiducia's going to have to reach for it, but it's there. It's there. It is right on the edge. That's the right call. The two-seamer, he pulls it just a little bit.
How about Kelly? He has not walked anybody at Tropicana Field this year.
That's astounding.
19 appearances.
Over, well, let's see, 21 plus innings now.
And he's not giving up any runs at home either.
Or 21, yeah, no runs, no walks.
Yeah. And a first pitch strike to Marte. A little wide there, 1-1. Well, this has been a bullpen day for the Rays. Bullpen evening, night. Two and 1. Old Seltzer open. 27 pitches, 2 innings. He gave up a run in the first. Michael Grove, Casey Legomina, now Kevin Kelly. That foul ball evens the count.
How about that swing right there? Ketel Marte, a pretty accomplished hitter, in a 2-1 count, gets a fastball, and yeah, I mean, not an aggressive swing at all.
Now he powers one back into center. Mullins is going to look up, and that one is gone. So Marte on the 2-2 pitch hits one out. How about from one swing to the next?
Well, and here's the thing. You know, he was tardy on that 2-1 fastball. Right?
Yep.
Well, he didn't get the fastball there. So maybe he was sitting on this the whole time. There's the changeup. And he is right on time with the changeup to straightaway center field. He swung at the 2-1 fastball like it was a changeup.
Yep.
And he might have just been, because that's become a big pitch for Kevin Kelly, especially against left-handed hitters. He may have been sitting on that the entire at-bat. Because the 2-1 fastball, that was a very uncharacteristic swing for Marte. But then the next pitch is the changeup, and he is right on time with it.
So he makes it a 4-2 game. That ball's going to be fair up the right field line. Extra bases coming here. Perdomo to throw at second. They got a chance. He's out at second base. Boy, it appeared for a moment he was going to have a cinch double. But Mesa Jr. got to that ball and gunned him out at second base. Perdomo with his third hit. Cut down, trying to make it 2. And the top of the 8th is over. And the Rays still lead by 2. Here it is. Tag got him.
Well, the Rays leading this ball game 4-2. Diamondbacks starting to make some noise, but how about this throw here by Victor Mesa Jr.? I mean, an absolute BB to second base, and then a nice job of handling that throw and getting that tag to the left hip by Taylor Walls before that arm got in there, and able to cut Perdomo down at second base and send the Diamondbacks back out into the field.
And the first pitch is a strike call. Victor Mesa Jr. leading off the bottom of the 8th for the Rays.
Have a day. Double, a single, scored a run, played that ball down in the corner perfectly.
Big assist down there. Taylor Clark out here on the mound now for Arizona. The ground ball will be handled by Marte. And that gives Mason Jr. 2 for 4 tonight with a run batted in, run scored, and that assist. How about tomorrow? Afternoon game, 1 o'clock. Earl Kelly for the Diamondbacks and Drew Rasmussen. Always fun to watch him pitch.
How about those?
To see him work.
Yeah, those numbers. 2.62 ERA, the WHIP of .88, just doesn't give up a lot of base runners. Has a real good idea of what he's doing out there. Obviously, studies the game, studies the opponent, his mechanics, command. He was an all-star last year. Probably should be an all-star again this year.
Bouncer out to Marte. Simpson is the second out. 2 up, 2 down. Cedric Mullins will be the hitter. Well, the Rays left a man at second in the first. They left runners at first and second in the third, and left men at first and third in the sixth. And there is Brian Baker up in the bullpen for the Rays. Which is a strike to Mullins. 17,562 here tonight. That's a base hit served into center. Let's see if Mullins got the chance to turn it into something more. Makes the turn at first, but hangs on. Troy got to that ball quickly enough.
Well, our Orlando Health slow-mo replay. The changeup stays up, and that allows Mullins to get those arms extended. He has started to look so much more comfortable at the plate and doing a lot of different things. Hitting the long ball, that base hit through the middle of the field. You'll see him lay down a bunt from time to time.
And, they picked him up. Quick move over there. Gruber slapped the tag on him. 1-3 on the pickoff. So the base hit. And that's going to be out number 3. Kevin Cash decides not to challenge it. We will go to the 9th, and when we come back, Brian Baker will be on the mound. On to the 9th we go with the Rays holding a 4-2 lead. The Rays right now are a half game back of New York. Yankees lost. They are 48-34. The Rays 46-33. And the first pitch here in the 9th inning. Corbin Carroll takes that pitch down. 1 ball, no strikes. With Brian Baker out there on the hill for the Rays. The ground ball handled by Palacios. Go to first in time. 1 up, 1 down. It is the middle part of this order. We take a look at the standings. If the Rays close this one out, they will be in first place by percentage points. They'll be even in the games behind column, and in first place by virtue of a better winning percentage. 1-0 the count. Gabriel Moreno singled in the 4th inning. Good time at the ballpark.
The best time.
It's upstairs, 2-0. Baker picked up his 20th save of the year Wednesday. He is 3rd in the American League in that department. And throws a strike. 2-1. play to take it to 2-2.
Oh, Brian Baker, just no nonsense. You know, I mean, he's aggressive. He's going to come right downhill, come right after you. Vast majority of the time, it's going to be the fastball changeup combo. Occasionally, he'll throw a wrinkle in there with a slider. But he has been on quite the run. He has settled in nicely. Look at that, 96% fastball changeup. And look at the differential in the velocities. Average of 12, and it'll get bigger than that at times.
There's a ground ball headed to second. Into the glove of Palacios again.
Yes, keep your eye on that. Was a slider. Doesn't come into play much, but he went with it right there, and he gets the ground ball the other way, and the Rays 1 out away. Here's that little wrinkle.
Well, with 2 outs and the bases empty, first pitch is a strike. Adrian Del Castillo 0 for 3 tonight. A little wide. It's 1-1. Sulcer, Grove, Legomena, Kelly, and Baker. And there's a high popper, short center. The call for Walls, and he makes the grab, and the Rays win it. A 1-2-3 ninth inning for Brian Baker, and the Rays win this one 4-2. After a 6-1 win last night, the Rays go to 47-33 and move into first place in the American League East by percentage points over New York. And Jonathan Aranda, big part of this one.
Our Advent helped play the game, and this is with 2 out, nobody on. A walk to Yandy Diaz, and then on the first pitch, after the reapplication of the grip stick by Jonathan Aranda, he takes that ball out, gives the Rays a 3-1 lead, and of course they would add on to that 4-1 and close this ball game out 4-2.
So the Rays taking the first 2 games of the series from Arizona. It will be Drew Rasmussen pitching tomorrow afternoon for the Rays against Merrill Kelly. Rays postgame coming up next for Brian Anderson and Kendra Douglas. Dwayne Stats, hope you've enjoyed the telecast. We will see you tomorrow afternoon. We'll leave it in the hands of Rich and Doug.